Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing great. So today is the revision class of second year of Hijrah. Basically in this class we are going to study Battle of Badr in detail inshallah. So let's talk about the battle. Please remember that whenever you are preparing for a battle, for exam or assessment, you need to know three things about a battle. First is the causes, what are the causes, second the main events, and third the outcomes. If you are missing on any of the points, so it means that the preparation of your battle is incomplete. So today we are moving towards the main causes of the battle. So as you all know that when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated to Medina, so the people of Quraysh, they were very aggressive because they were not digesting the fact that how can the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam stay in Medina as a leader, and they were not happy with the freedom of the Muslims as well. So it was the background that Quraysh, they just wanted one single chance to crush the city of Medina and to crush the Muslims. And they got their first chance when the event of Nakhla happened. Let's talk about the event of Nakhla in detail. That what was the event of Nakhla? So basically it was the time of second year of Hijrah when Abu Sufyan, he was not the Muslim at that point of time. He was carrying a caravan from Mecca to Syria, and in that trading caravan, he had a lot of good stuff. Means it was the backbone of the Makkah, and they were only dependent on this caravan for the whole year, and it was the biggest caravan of the year. So Abu Sufyan was leading the caravan towards Syria. So meanwhile, the Holy Prophet ﷺ sent some of his companions, including Hazrat Abdullah bin Jash, to just check that what is happening in Medina, what is happening in Mecca, because in this point of time, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ wanted to keep an eye on the enemies. He had this thought in mind that Quraysh can attack to the city of Medina anytime. So he just wanted to keep an eye on the activities of the enemies. So he sent a group of eight companions under the leadership of Hazrat Abdullah bin Jash. And what happened that when they met with the caravan people like Qurayshites, so they had a small fight, and the Qurayshite leader Amr bin Hazrami was killed with his, and two of his companions were kept as prisoners. Although the Holy Prophet ﷺ never ordered the companions to fight or to, intercept the caravan this way. So when Prophet Muhammad ﷺ got to know about this activity, he was a bit angry because his intention was not to harm anyone. So this was the particular event known as the event of Nakhla because it happened at the place called Nakhla. So after this interception of Muslims, Abu Sufyan was scared, and he thought that now the Muslims can attack any other time as well. So he changed his direction from to go to Syria. He did not take the regular route, but he changed his way and he reached to Syria. But meanwhile, he sent a letter in Mecca to Abu Jahl that I am in need, we are in danger, and our caravan is in danger, we need some help. uh, when Abu Jahl received this letter, so he was in aggression. He thought that how dare the Muslims, how can they intercept our caravan? So basically, this event of Nakhla increased the hostility of Quraysh, and now they were eager to take the revenge. So when Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam heard about this thing, so he was a bit confused that because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never wanted to start a fight, and he was never into the fights basically, and we have learned in his Meccan timeline that he never used his arms to defend himself. But here when this situation occurs, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him a divine permission in Surah Hajj in the words that surely Allah is able to give him the victory, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the permission, that permission to fight has been given to those who are being fought. because they were wronged. Means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the divine permission to defend themselves, to defend the Muslims. So after this divine permission, Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was preparing himself, and he was preparing his companions. On the other hand, the Quraysh, Abu Jahl, basically he was preparing a huge army of thousands of soldiers with 200 of horses and 700 of camels. It was a extremely large uh, army basically, and he wanted to teach a lesson to the Muslims. On the way, when they started to when they started their journey to Medina to have this war. So what happened, that on their way he received one more letter from Abu Sufyan, and Abu Sufyan told them that now they can go back, we do not need help, we have reached Syria successfully, we are not harmed, we are safe. So he wrote the letter that the Makkan army can go back to Makkah. There is no need of help. But at this point, Abu Jahal was so aggressive. He was in aggression that he said, "No, I want to take the revenge of uh, all this thing." So he continued his journey towards Medina. Now the main events, that when the news this news of Makkan's army reached towards the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he immediately called a war council. War council means a meeting before any extreme situation basically, and he asked for the suggestions, and they started to prepare their army. There are only 313 fighters. There were only 313 fighters with two horses and 70 of camels, while the Makkan army had a lot of fighters, like thousands of fighters, 100 of horses, and 700 of camels. You can see that there is no comparison between these two armies. But these 313 people were just fighting for their faith. They were not fighting for any reward in this world. They were not fighting for the land. They were just fighting because of their faith. So both the armies, when they started their journey, Makkans started their journey from Makkah and the Muslims started their journey from Medina. Both the army faced each other at the ground of Badr. That is why this battle called the Battle of Badr. And both the armies started to set up their camps. Then let me take you in the history, that the battles in those time were fought in three stages. First, a war by word, like they convinced each other, if there is any chance to have a discussion and they can sort out the matter. Second, individual combats. And the third, open and general battle. So it was a protocol of the battle in that era. The battle began with one-to-one fight, in which Utbah, he was from Makkan side, his brother Sahiba and his one son stepped forward and they challenged the Muslim. From Muslim side, Hazrat Hamza, Hazrat Ali, and Hazrat Ubaidah came out to meet the challenge. Hazrat Hamza killed his opponent, uh, and then Hazrat Ubaidah was injured, and his two companions helped kill Sahiba. So basically, it was the event when Hazrat Hamza killed Sahiba. Okay, Sahiba, it was the prominent leader of Makkah. You need to remember this. Then there was a general attack from the Quraysh, and the main battle started. As I already told you, that the Muslims were fighting for the faith, so Muslims were very courageous. Here, the Holy Prophet ﷺ threw a handful of dust at the enemy, which confused them. And we have found it in the Quran as well. This evidence is found in the Quran in the words, and you, Muhammad ﷺ, threw not when you threw, but it was Allah who threw. Means in this battle, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the divine's help, and this was one of the divine help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second help, Allah Ta'ala sent in the form of the angels. Allah Ta'ala sent thousands of angels in this battle who were fighting from the Muslims' side. So Allah also sent forces of angels to assist the Muslim, and it is already mentioned in Surah Anfal. I will assist you with 1,000 of angels, rank on ranks. So these are the evidences we found in the Holy Quran about the Battle of Badr. Then, please remember that this was the battle in which Abu Jahl was killed, and Hazrat Bilal also killed his ex-master. Okay, he's the same person. He was the same person who persecuted Hazrat Bilal in his time in Mecca. Okay, and when the enemy saw that now they are losing everything, everything is going out of their hands, so they started to run away. Once they were running away, they threw their war equipments, their camps, their everything of the war material. They just left it in the ground and they went. So this was the first battle won by the Muslims. Now here are a few outcomes that after this battle, Muslims casualties, there were only 14 Muslims they were killed, and in Meccan side there were 70 Makkans who were killed, and 70 were made prisoners. So it was the battle in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped the Muslim. Basically, if there was a very small band of Muslim, but with the divine help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Muslims won this battle. And this battle is also known as, in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has called this battle as Yawmul Furqan, the ultimate victory. Okay, so it is the most important part, that what was the Prophet's treatment with the prisoners, and the short question can come with this topic, that how was Prophet's treatment with the prisoners. There were 70 prisoners, and Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave them three conditions. One condition was that you accept Islam and you will be free. Second condition was that you pay some ransom amount for your freedom and you will be made free. Third was that you if you cannot pay ransom, if you cannot accept Islam, so teach 10 Muslim children how to read and write, and then you will be freed. And there were some people who did not accept any of the options. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ordered them to free without any condition. So it was the Prophet's treatment even with the prisoners. And only Uqba, he was the leader from Meccan sides. Only Uqba was executed. Uqba and Nazar. They were the two people who were executed because they were very cruel to the Muslims before the migration. So it was Prophet's treatment with prisoner and the details of Battle of Badr. Hope you people this video will help you people for your assessment and exams. Make sure to read out the books and the notes with this video. Thank you.